Good morning, everyone. Welcome you all to this online session of engineering mechanics. This is the lecture 4 of engineering mechanics of your online lecture series. So during the previous lecture, we started with the force resolution and we have covered the resolution of force in the first quadrant. So in the last lecture, we covered the force resolution in the first quadrant. So we will take a quick review what we covered in the last lecture. So we started with the force resolution. So by definition, the force resolution means we break the force into two components, one along x direction and second along the y direction. So the net effect, if we combine these two components, will be the same as that of the initial force. Okay. So this procedure is called as the force resolution. So for the force resolution, we consider a coordinate system. So this coordinate system we take as a rectangular coordinate system. So meaning of rectangular coordinate system, it is nothing but the xy coordinate system. That means we assume the given force may lie in one of the four quadrants, maybe first, second quadrant, third, or the fourth quadrant. Okay. So this is your xy coordinate system. So this is the positive x-axis, this is positive y-axis, this is negative x-axis, and this is negative y-axis. Okay. And this is the origin. So this is your first quadrant, this is second quadrant, this is third quadrant, and this is the fourth quadrant. So when we consider a force, we have to consider it will lie either in the first quadrant or second quadrant or third or the fourth quadrant. Okay. So we started with the force resolution in the first quadrant. So I will repeat that part that I have covered during the last lecture. So assume the force in the first quadrant. So I will just consider this first quadrant. So I will draw positive x-axis and positive y-axis. And suppose the force is acting at the origin. Suppose it has value F is equal to 20 Newton and this angle it is equal to 30 degree. Okay. Now the question is we have to resolve the given force, which is F is equal to 20 Newton. Okay. So resolve means what? We have to find out the component along x direction and component along the y direction. Okay. So x direction component we represent as a fx and y direction component we represent as a fy. Okay. So to find out fx and fy, we will use the trigonometry. Okay, so for that we will construct one right angle triangle where this F force, that is nothing but the initial force, will be the diagonal of that right angle triangle. So from this point, I will draw one perpendicular on the x-axis. Suppose this is the origin, this point is M, and this point is P. So in this right angle triangle, OMP, this adjacent side, this will be your x component. Okay, so we will consider this is fx, and the component which is along the y-axis. So this is the y component of the force F. Okay, so use the trigonometry in this right angle triangle OMP. So I will draw the triangle. So this is your point O, this is the point M, and this is the point P. This angle is 30 degree. Okay, and this OM side is nothing but the x component. Okay, so as OM, it is the adjacent side, so we will use the cos theta. So cos theta, it is equal to adjacent, that is OM, divided by the diagonal, that is the OP. Okay, so cos theta means what? It is the cos 30. So it is cos 30. It is equal to OM, that is nothing but the fx, and this OP from this triangle. OP is nothing but the our initial force F. So OP is nothing but F, and we are interested in fx value, that is the x component. So fx will become F into cos 30. So this is the x component when the force it lies in the first quadrant. Now consider the y component. So we have to find out the Fy. Okay, so again refer the same figure. I will just draw one perpendicular from the point P on the y-axis. So this is the y-axis, this is your x-axis. Okay, so this component is Fy. So I will consider this point as a point Q, and this will become the right angle triangle. Okay, so this side PM, it is equal to the OQ from this geometry. Okay, so if I calculate this side, and if I consider this same right angle triangle OPM, so this will become your Fy side. Okay, because this PM and this OQ both are the same values. Okay, so Fy, we can use the sine theta in this triangle. So this side is PM, that is nothing but the Fy. This angle is 30, and this point is O. So if I use the sine theta here, so it will become opposite side, that is the PM, divided by the diagonal, that is the OP, and this PM is nothing but the Fy, and this OP, it is nothing but the initial force, that is the F. You can refer this figure. OP is nothing but the F value. So Fy is equal to, just multiply this F to the sine theta. So we can write Fy, it is equal to F into sine theta, that is nothing but the sine 30. Okay, so this is your x component f cos theta, and this is your y component f sine theta. Okay, so we can represent this. If this is your initial force, that is the F, and this was your x-axis, and this is the y-axis. So this component Fx, it is equal to F cos 30, and this component, that is Fy, it is equal to F sine 30. So I hope this point is clear to you, how to resolve the force when the force is given in the first quadrant. So now we will consider the force in the second quadrant. So this is the force given. The force F, that is equal to 20 Newton. It is lying in the second quadrant at point O, that is the origin. Okay, and we have to find out the x and y component, that is the Fx and the Fy. So we will use the same procedure. We will draw the x component here, that is the Fx. We will draw the y component here, that will be the Fy. So this is the x component, that is Fx. Along the y-axis, this will be your y component, that is the Fy. Okay. Now when we write the x component, that is the Fx, we have to remember that when the angle of force is given with respect to x-axis, then x component of that force that is nothing but the Fx will be F cos theta. It may be positive or negative depending on the direction of force, but if the angle is given, that is in this case, for this F is equal to 20 Newton, this angle theta of that force is given with respect to x-axis. Okay, so we have to just remember, if the angle theta is given with respect to x-axis, then directly this Fx we can write as a F into cos theta. Okay, so I will write here Fx is equal to F cos theta. Okay, then we will decide the direction and sign convention, but right now the magnitude, it is nothing but the F cos theta. Okay, and y component will be, it will become opposite component, so we will write Fy is equal to F sine theta. Okay, suppose the angle is given with respect to y axis, so I will draw the second figure here. Suppose the force is same, that is 20 Newton, and angle is given with respect to y-axis. So this angle is theta. Okay, and now we have to find out fx and fy. So this is your fx, this is fy along y-axis. So only change will be, if the angle is given with respect to y-axis, then its y component will be f cos theta. So here x component will be opposite component. So we will write f into sine theta, and y component, that is the fy, it is equal to f into cos theta. So these are the magnitude of the forces along x direction and along the y direction. Okay. So in this case, when the force in second quadrant and angle theta is given with respect to x-axis, fx is equal to f cos theta and fy is equal to f sin theta. Now, when we consider these forces in the calculation, then we have to consider the sign. Okay. So how we will decide the sign? Here, fx force, it is directed towards the negative x-axis. Okay. Therefore, we have to consider this as a minus f cos theta, and fy, it is directed towards the positive y-axis. So we will consider this force as a plus f sin theta in the calculation. Okay. So I hope this point is clear to you, how to resolve the force in the second quadrant and how to consider the sign convention. And the important part is, we have to first observe theta is given with respect to x-axis or theta is given with respect to y-axis. Okay. If the theta is given with respect to x-axis, then x component will be cos theta and y component will be sin theta. Okay. And if theta is given with respect to y-axis, then y component will be cos theta and x component will be sin theta. So this is the only change. So I will just draw the third quadrant only. So this is the x-axis, that is a negative x-axis, and this is your negative y-axis. This is the origin, that is the point O. And suppose one force is acting from point O, and for the force magnitude is F is equal to 20 Newton, and this angle is given with respect to x-axis. Suppose this angle theta, it is equal to 30 degree. Okay. So the concept is same. First, resolve this force, that is show the components. So this is the component along x-axis, that is nothing but the fx. This component along the y-axis, that is nothing but the fy. Now we have to write the equation for fx and equation for fy. So we have to observe this angle theta, whether it is given with respect to x-axis or it is given with respect to y-axis. Okay. So as theta angle, it is given with respect to x-axis. So fx, it will be f cos theta. Adjacent means cos theta and opposite means sin theta. And fy, it will become opposite to this angle. So fy is equal to f into sin theta. Okay. So theta is given 30 degree and f is equal to 20 Newton. So it is 20 cos 30 and your y component is 20 sin 30. Now we have to consider the sign. So for the sign, observe the direction of x component. X component, it is towards the negative x-axis. So this will become minus. So minus 20 cos theta. and Fy, observe the y component. So y component, it is towards the negative y direction. Okay. So Fy is minus f sine theta, and that is equal to minus 20 sine 30. Okay. So this is your answer by considering the sign convention. So we have to remember, if the force, it lies in the third quadrant, okay, then its x component and y component both will have the negative value. So is it clear to you? Resolution of force in the third quadrant. Now we will consider the same force, only we will change the angle. So here angle is given with respect to x-axis. We will make this angle with respect to y-axis. So I will draw the separate figure. So here angle theta, it is given with respect to y-axis. This is the force F, that is 20 Newton. Now we have to find out the x component and the y component. This is the origin. So first, show the components along x and y direction. So this is your Fy. This component is Fx. Okay. Now write the component Fx and Fy. So we have to observe this angle, as angle theta is given with respect to y-axis. Okay. So Fy will become the adjacent. So for the adjacent, we have to use the cos theta. So Fy is equal to F into cos theta. And Fx will become the opposite. So Fx is F sine theta. So sine theta is 30 degree. Sorry, theta is 30. So it is F sine 30. And this will become F cos 30. So you can put this value, F is equal to 20 Newton, and you can calculate the answer. Now we have to consider the direction. So as force is lying in the third quadrant. So Fx negative and Fy negative. So this is minus, and this will become the minus. Okay. So is there any doubt for the force resolution in the third quadrant? So the point you should remember, adjacent will be always cos, and opposite, it will become the sine. So adjacent means for the force component, angle must be given with respect to that axis. That is nothing but the adjacent. Okay. So now we will consider the force in the last quadrant, that is the fourth quadrant. So I will draw only the fourth quadrant. So this is positive x-axis, and this is the negative y-axis. So this is the fourth quadrant. Now consider the force is acting at this point. So this value, F is equal to 20 Newton. Here angle theta, it is given with respect to x-axis. It is 30 degree. I will draw the second figure here. Now here angle, it is given with respect to y-axis. Theta is 30 and value is same, F is equal to 20 Newton. So in the first case, we will find out the Fx and Fy. So as theta is given with respect to x-axis, so we will draw the x component here. This is Fx along the y-axis. This is the Fy. So adjacent is Fx. So Fx is equal to F cos theta. That is equal to F is 20, cos theta is 30 degree. Now Fy, for this case, that is first case, Fy is the opposite. Okay. So Fy will be F sin theta, that is equal to 20 sin 30. Now consider the sign. X component, it is acting towards the positive x direction. So in the calculation, we will write this as a plus. Then y component, that is Fy, it is acting towards the negative y axis. Okay. So in the calculation, we will take this value as a minus 20 sin 30. Okay. So you can calculate the exact value for 20 cos 30 and 20 sin 30. So I have already calculated this value. This 20 cos 30 is nothing but the 17.32 Newton. So this is plus, and this 20 sin 30 is nothing but the minus 10 Newton. Okay. So what is meaning of this minus sign is, we can represent this as a 10 Newton, but at that time we have to specify the direction. So direction in that case will be negative y direction. Okay. So this is just a representation. 10 Newton acting in the downward direction, that is the negative y direction. But in the calculation, we have to consider this as a minus 10 Newton. Okay. And this 17.32, as it is positive, that means this 17.32 Newton, it is acting towards the positive x-axis. So in the calculation also, we will consider this as a positive. So is it clear to you, this sign and the direction of the force? So why I have written this as a positive? Because I have shown the direction in the downward direction. Okay. But in the calculation, we have to take this value as a minus 10 Newton. So this point is clear. This negative sign and this direction. So now observe the second figure, where angle theta is given with respect to y-axis. Okay. And try to write the components Fx and Fy. So for the second case, Fx and Fy, as x component, it is the opposite component, and angle is given with respect to y-axis. That means Fy, it is nothing but the adjacent component. So Fx we will write F sin theta, as it is opposite, and Fy is adjacent. So adjacent means cos. So it is F cos theta. Okay. So Fx is equal to, F value is 20. This is sin 30 and this is 20 cos 30. Now we have to consider the sign. So Fx is positive, and your Fy, this is the negative value. Okay. So when you write the negative, do not show the direction in the downward direction. Okay. We will write the direction when we write 20 cos 30, and then we will show the direction as a downward direction. Okay. So this downward direction is nothing but this is the negative force. So in the calculation, we have to consider this as a minus sign. Now, in the next case, I will just change the direction of the force. So consider the force is acting in the first quadrant only. But the direction is opposite. The force is acting at point O, that is the origin. Suppose F is equal to 20 Newton. This is x-axis, this is y-axis, this is your first quadrant. So what is the change here? In the last case, the force was acting in the first quadrant only, but the direction is away from the point O. So this is F is equal to 20 Newton. This is x-axis, this is y-axis. But in this case, the direction of the force, it is towards the origin. Okay. So now we have to decide what is the direction of the components. So in this case, we can show the component towards the positive x-axis and towards the negative x-axis. Okay. So when we show the component, we need to observe this point. That is the direction of this arrow. Okay. So as this arrow, it is pointing away from this center, that is the origin. So its component will also direct away from the origin. Okay. So we have to show this component, that is direction of this component, in the same direction of this arrow. Okay. So apply the same concept for this case. So when we resolve this component, that is the force, F is equal to 20 Newton, observe the direction of this arrow. It is towards the origin. Okay. So when we show the component X, I will just draw one line along the x-axis. Okay. And I will show the direction like this. It is towards the origin. That is in the same direction of the force F is equal to 20 Newton. Similarly, for the Y component, draw the line along the y-axis. Okay. And show the direction of this component, that is the Y component, in the same direction of this arrow. Okay. So this will become your X component and this will become your Y component. So is it clear to you how to resolve this force when we change the direction? So this is just a representation of the force Fx and Fy. Now we have to write the equation for Fx and Fy by considering the sign. Okay. So Fx and Fy, consider the angle given with respect to x-axis, that is theta is equal to 30 degree. So Fx, it is the adjacent component as theta is given with respect to x-axis, so we will write fx is equal to f into cos 30 So fx is equal to f cos theta, and fy component, this is the opposite component, so it will become f sin theta, that is sin 30. Okay, so now we have to consider the sign. So observe the direction of x component. The x component, it is directed towards the negative x-axis. So if I extend the line of action, so this is the line of action of this force, okay, and this will be your negative x-axis. So as the fx is directed towards the negative x-axis, fx component will be minus. Similarly, this fy, it is directed towards the negative y direction. So this is your minus y-axis. So fy will become negative. So fx is minus f cos theta and fy is minus f sin theta. So from these component values, you can say this force F is equal to 20 Newton that is directed towards the origin. It is actually lying in the third quadrant. Though it is given in the first quadrant, but the direction of the force, it is towards the third quadrant, and therefore we get the fx negative and the fy negative. Okay, so I will read out this figure. So this is the force given. F is equal to 20 Newton. And this angle, it is given as a theta. So actually, it appears that force is lying in the first quadrant, but the direction of the force, it is towards the third quadrant. So if I extend the line of action, so what is meaning of line of action? It is the imaginary line which is passing through the force and in the same direction of the force. So this is called as line of action. Okay, so along this line of action, we can show the force at any point. Okay, so actually it is lying in the first quadrant, that is the point O, but line of action is extending in the third quadrant. So I will show the force in the third quadrant. So this is F. Now as theta is given with respect to x-axis, so this is theta. So from this geometry, this angle will also become the theta. It is the opposite angle. Okay, so this is first line, this is second intersecting line, and this is the angle between these two lines. Okay, so this will become the opposite angle here. So this will also become the theta. Okay, so I can show here, this is the theta. So now this is similar to the third quadrant problem, where force F is lying in the third quadrant. So we can resolve this force. So this is your y component, Fy, and this is the x component, that is the Fx. Okay, so we can write Fx is equal to minus f cos theta, and Fy is the opposite component, so it will become the minus f into sin theta.